Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. The recent developments in Gaza have once again drawn the attention of the entire region as Hamas staged a second military parade within just a few days. For Israel, this came as both a shock and a strategic challenge, since the repetition of such a show of force sends a message that Hamas is not only active, but increasingly confident in its ability to demonstrate military power. The event was not limited to a display of weapons, but was also deeply symbolic, aiming to remind both local supporters and international observers that the group remains resilient despite constant surveillance and pressure. The streets of Gaza became the stage for a carefully designed show. Large convoys of fighters dressed in combat gear marched in synchronized formations, carrying rifles, while others rode on armored trucks and vehicles mounted with weapons. The sight of rockets and drones being paraded publicly was designed to leave an impression, especially on those watching across the border. For Israel, the visibility of such weapons, even if not fired, sends an alarming signal that Hamas continues to upgrade its arsenal and maintain a disciplined force capable of rapid mobilization. Behind this public demonstration lies a very strategic interior operation. Organizing two major parades in such a short period of time requires strict planning, coordination, and communication. Hamas has shown that it can gather hundreds of fighters, organize logistics, and maintain discipline, all under the watchful eye of Israeli intelligence. The speed at which the second parade followed the first is perhaps the strongest message, that the group is not deterred and can mobilize again at will. The performance of the event went beyond visuals. It showed tactical unity and showcased the ability of Hamas to maintain order in highly charged conditions. Every formation, every vehicle, and every display of weaponry was meant to prove operational strength. For Israel, watching from the outside, this performance raises critical questions about how effective its containment strategies have been and whether its military pressure has truly weakened Hamas as intended. The fact that these parades happened, despite heavy Israeli surveillance, only increases concerns that Gaza's armed factions remain much stronger than previously assessed. Amid this tension, there are still mechanisms that function as safety features. Hamas uses these demonstrations as a form of deterrence, projecting readiness to prevent Israeli strikes, while Israel relies heavily on intelligence gathering and military monitoring to prevent sudden escalations. International players, including mediators from regional states, also work behind the scenes to ensure such shows of force do not immediately tip into open conflict. These layers of caution are essential because without them, the risk of direct confrontation could escalate rapidly. What makes this situation unique is not only the display of arms, but also the timing and frequency of the events. Staging 2. Parades in quick succession is rare and was carefully calculated to maximize psychological impact. For Hamas's local supporters, it is proof that the group remains unshaken. For Israel, it is a reminder that deterrence is not absolute. The ability to mobilize large crowds and military units on short notice creates an ongoing challenge to Israel's security calculus. The cost of these actions is significant. For Hamas, organizing such large events means using valuable resources and exposing itself to possible retaliatory strikes. For Israel, each display forces its military to remain on higher alert, increasing defense expenditures and stretching security resources. For the civilian populations on both sides, the price is the constant fear of escalation. Every parade, every demonstration of rockets or drones becomes a reminder that conflict could reignite at any moment with devastating consequences. In the end, the second parade in Gaza is not simply a celebration or routine event. It is a carefully crafted signal meant to show defiance, strength, and persistence. The exterior of the parade presented power, the inner organization revealed strong planning, and the overall performance confirmed discipline and capability. While safety mechanisms may temporarily hold back escalation, The cost of these repeated displays is rising on all sides. Israel is left stunned, not only by the boldness of the move, but by the message it sends, that Hamas remains active, resilient, and able to project power in ways that challenge the current balance in the region. The coming weeks will reveal whether this cycle of shows and responses leads to confrontation or whether diplomacy and restraint can prevent another round of violence.